Hi, Lou here in a brief video about combos in collectible card games and living card games. My objective here was to figure out what the play style is for these games. And I'm talking about the actual gameplay, not the marketing scheme. We all know what the marketing scheme is. And I've decided that combos is more or less the essence of the two-player CCG, LCG style. Now, combos derive from video games, where you manipulate the right combination and sequence and timing of keys and joysticks, and you get some huge temporary capability, often a devastating attack. Now, in card games, a combo is a sequence of cards that you've already put on the table perhaps, ones that you can play out of your hand, instants, that combine to give a great effect, possibly an effect that'll end the game. In the current versions of Magic the Gathering and especially Yu-Gi-Oh! And of course, given the ever-changing nature of CCGs, where you have the introduction of new cards and the banning of old cards, the search for telling combos is always going on. And many of the people who play these games, even if they don't search for the combos themselves, are really interested in the combos that other people find and how they use them. Now, in living card games, you have the same style, but not with the constant turnover of cards. Now, there are other differences in play, and there are differences between CCGs. For example, the big difference between Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic is that Magic requires a resource, lands, to support spellcasting. That's an additional constraint. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Games are often over very quickly these days, I understand, because there are so few constraints and you have the power creep of the cards that is typical of these kinds of games. But both these games, despite those differences, use the combos. And that to me is the essence of the play style of these kinds of games. So if you're designing a two-player collectible card game or a living card game, be very aware that interesting combos is likely to be a large part of the attraction. Thanks for listening.